Hey, welcome. To be with you all is to me like a gift to me. So thank you for your attention and this time here. I'm just thinking about mentorship and how it has changed my life. I think about the many folks that taught me how not just to, write a checkbook and open an account and survive college. I think about the folks that taught me how to love myself when almost every part of my education society says you're not worthy to be loved. I think about Mr. Hayes. Now, Mr. Hayes comes to my mind. He almost makes me cry every time I think Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes was a very tall guy. He walked with a limp. He had a hip that was causing him problems. He had a very deep voice. And Mr. Hayes was my special education teacher. And what special education is important is that you can't just go, I work really hard at special education, I want to then go into mainstream course, which is just normal classes for folks to take. You have to get approved by your teachers, your case holder. And I remember working really hard, and they had this meeting, and Mr. Hayes came back from this meeting. He probably broke some rules with this, but I'm so glad he broke some rules. This is mentorship, life-changing mentorship. He goes, Aaron, they didn't want to mainstream your classes. The other teacher said that all Aaron does is work hard. He's not as sharp or as smart to go in those mainstream class. All he does is work hard. I turned to them, Aaron. I turned to them. I said, that's all Aaron needs is to work hard. And I love him telling me that because I felt seen. But what I also felt is valued. And what was struggling for me in that school, in that situation, this is back in the mid-90s, is that I did not feel valued. I did not feel seen. And Mr. Hayes, here we are almost, many years. He's passed on. But I still hear him say, Aaron, all you need to do is work hard. And I'm gonna approve you to mainstream in the normal classes. And I did do very well. Not only did I do really well in those classes because I worked hard, but I graduated and I went to college and I graduated from college and I didn't stop there. I started mentoring. I made promises that now Mr. Hayes is in the grave. And I want to say something right here. It's really important about how mentorship can change your life with simple action. Mr. Hayes, mind you, he was probably in his late 60s when I was in middle school, but he tracked me all the way until I got to high school. And he was too sick. He was too fragile to actually attend my graduation dinner, which was before the graduation. But it was at my middle school. We were hosting at my middle school where he worked. I'm not sure if you're tired at that point, but I remember sitting in the cafeteria. I had 8 or 9 people next to me. We had an audience full of maybe 40 people celebrating the graduates that year. And Mr. Hayes just walks into the back of the auditorium and just catches my eye. And I knew exactly what he was trying to say. He goes, I see you. I see you. A young man that wouldn't make it through 8th grade. I see you. About to graduate from high school. I see you. He's looked at me. He didn't say a word. He's caught my eye. And he walks away. And I will never forget. That's mentorship. It's I see you. I'm tracking you. You've been out of my class for almost 4 years. But I see you, Aaron. I can barely walk. I'm elder. I'm at the last sunset of my life. But I see you. I remember that. And I remember that because when I mentor, sometimes all I can do is see my mentee and go, I'm tracking you. Maybe you're about to get locked up, but I'm tracking you. When you get out, I'm here for you. Maybe you're fighting for life because you're depressed. I'm here for you. That's mentorship. It's heart. It's not something you can just find through just reading. It's interaction. That's why we're going to interact with you. This is what it's about. And so for me, I want you to know that when we're talking about mentorship, we're talking about finding the core part of who you are and who you're mentoring, and to reach for them in ways that society says you cannot do. And so for us, I really want to sit back and understand the magnitude of all the hearts, all the teachers, all the moments of mentorship that have shaped me and saved me. I want to invite you into that legacy. I want to hear your stories. If you have a story of somebody that mentored you, they might even call themselves a mentor, but you know they mentored you. Share it with us. We all need to hear it. This is a part of the collective library of wisdom, and this is the kind of material we want to start to kind of put into one little container and then multiple containers for you and us to celebrate. So if you think to yourself, like, I'm not a mentor, I'm not cool enough, I don't know if I have time for this, I'm so glad Mr. Hayes took time for me because 8th grade was a beast. Being one of the few, I think I graduated from my school, I was one of 5 black students that graduated from my school. It was an all-white school. I was not seen, I was looked at as not intelligent. And I'm so glad he said, I'm going to take the time to do it. I'm going to take the time to do it. And I remember graduating from high school, and I said, if I ever have the privilege of having any impact on a young person that might not even been born yet, I am waiting for you. I am thinking of you. I am doing it right now. So right in this video, I want to say that there might be a young person that's not born yet, but when they're born, they're waiting for you to have this knowledge. So you think you don't have enough time or I don't have enough resources. I guarantee you that if Mr. Hayes would have said, I'm old, my hip is out, I'm about to retire, I can't follow this young man, he might not make it. You know, young black men don't make it. I don't know if he can make it. I've been teaching for over 30 years. He said, I'm going to take time for Aaron, this young man. This is what this course is about. So as you sit and center yourself and ask yourself, do I want to do it? Understand, this is life-saving work. This is not work we're going to do for fun. It's not entertainment. This is life-saving work. So know that you can always ask questions about, is this for me or is it? But really check your heart too. Go, oh snap. Do I care about young people? Do I care about the next generation? If you could say, oh yeah, I think I do care about young folks. I think I do care about what happens next. This is for you. I'd love to see you inside. Much love.